Game number 1 of round 1 between Coal and Marq in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, yes, wonderful. And we're on the same seeds. Wait, I'm so sorry. I always mute my mic when I cough into it. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's 69,000 for Marq, and it's 48,000 for Coal. I'm usually very good with that. I was just shocked by the fact that I hadn't muted it. I'm very disappointed in myself. Alright, Marq so far has only burnt 1 line. Coal has burnt 5. So, yeah, 1 Tetris lead for Marq. There's really not much to say. Marq at 207,000, Coal at 186,000. For the most part, both players have just avoided burning, been able to set up with decent setups. Avoiding any lengthy digs, and yeah, just mostly Tetrising. As I say that though, Marq, a bit more of a tricky situation now. We'll see how he decides to solve this. Decides to hold out for the S piece and eventually gets it. Is now gonna set up on column 8. Meanwhile, it's basically even now. So Marq gonna get 1 Tetris on column 8. He's at 263. Coal is at 235 and 7 lines behind. Alright, 285 here for Coal. 292 for Marq. Marq has a lawnmower dependency over to the left and is able to fill it in. Currently at 297, Coal at 286. So, halfway point for both players on 18. Marq once again with a lawnmower dependency on the left, but it's no problem. Coal with the Tetris goes up to 359. Marq at 392. I've really just lacked any words to describe anything, because neither player has gotten into any lengthy situation, just been burning. Coal there, not sure what happened, but it's not going to be a problem. Has a nice high left side, nice and sloping board, and there you go. Adjust for the square. 404 here for Coal, 414 for Marq. Marq's screen is so bright. Well, if you look closely, you can see that it's actually a webcam pointed at his monitor. So, you know. But I mean, it is stencil ready, so there's just actually nothing more to say. 451 here for Coal. 462 for Marq. Coal would love a T-piece. It's always frustrating when the T doesn't arrive, and then thankfully hits the spin. Coal points to reopen the swell. Meanwhile, Marq is at 510,000, 8 lines ahead of Coal, who was at 478. Coal there with 2 Tetrises in quick succession, now at 524. Is about 12,000 points ahead of Marq at the same line count. Nice adjustment there for Coal. One more Tetris available, and then decides to build a Lombard dependency, but the Lombard shows up anyway, so it's no problem. Coal with a Tetris into 19 at 616,000. Marq is already on 19 at 605, so 18 not really separating the two players, so it's going to come down to these post-transition speeds. So far, Marq with a couple of Tetrises, Coal needing to do some burning. Coal doing well to keep the damages at a minimum. Tetris ready, gets a Tetris, goes up to 671, Marq at 658. Who's here? Am I here? Yeah, I'm here. Or are none of us here? I don't know. You're asking much bigger questions. 690 here from Marq, needing to do a little bit of burning. SP is going to fit in nicely. Now needs a Lombard for the right side. Might be setting up dirty. Is set up dirty now. But now needs something for the left. Marq needs a J or a Lombard. Gets the J piece over. Still set up for this dirty Tetris. Misdrops a T right before getting the Tetris. 729 here for Marq. Coal also in some trouble at 761. But Coal should be able to burn out of this. Good L piece rather. And there you go. Looks like both players are going to be able to get out of their respective situations. But it's Coal currently with a 60,000 point lead. Now that lead has actually grown up to 80,000 points. Coal, another Tetris, goes up to 855. As Marq had to do some additional burns on 24, but is now clean. Almost set up for this Tetris. Bad timing there with the bar. Can't get Tetris ready, can't take a Tetris, but set up for a row 2. 817 here for Marq, but 896 for Coal at the same line count. Oh, Marq not able to get the Lombard all the way over. Now needs to do a bit of gambling, hoping that this Lombard won't take too much time to arrive, as now he needs to fill in this Lombard dependency, and he's going to top out at 818,000, so Coal is going to take game number 1. Alright, both players ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, Coal is the second highest seed in this bracket, and also I'm actually not sure if Coal made top 25, but is at the very least like on the border somewhere. So you would think a good result here, especially with someone who's definitely in the top 25, my good friend Vicious Rhubarb. Some good results here. I don't know. Might go a long way. And of course, Marq. Marq is from Germany and has represented Germany at 4 world championships. Was the very first one. 38,000 here for Marq. 52,000 for Coal. I really hope not. Person in the Twitch chat. Alright, Tetris there for Marq. Goes up to 106,000. Coal at 121,000. Oh, Marq had a misflip there. But actually gonna get the correct pieces to solve that almost immediately, so... Set up for this row 2, once again. Coal in the lead by about 30,000 points. Coal with a clean board. Actually decides to... Rejects the Tetris to build a nicer left side. Is Marq tap... Marq is rolling. Okay, right now the lead at about 20,000 points in favor of Coal. Marq's still setting up on row 2. Coal's board is actually going to be completely fine. Gets another Tetris, goes up to 270,000 after 64 lines. Marq after 63 lines, 20,000 points behind. So, it's pretty even. Coal setting up for a T-spin. And the T shows up. Coal. ZP is going to work out. Now needs an L and a J. Okay, but thankfully should be able to deal with this. Gets the J piece over. And nice adjustment there. Tetris for Coal goes up to 321. Marq also at 321. They're actually at the exact same score. So, I don't know. Do a dance or something. Marq has a lumbar dependency, now has a choice whether to turn this into a Tetris well, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Set up for this center well Tetris. Looks like we're experiencing a... not really a drought, actually. Tetris there for Marq, and another misflip of the S piece there for Marq. If you can handle this nicely, shouldn't actually be too many burns. Coal, meanwhile, with a lumbar dependency over towards the left side, decides to fill it in before going for any Tetrises. Coal with a Tetris goes up to 395. Another Tetris to go up to 419. Marq trying to reopen this center well, currently at 380. So currently a 40,000 point lead for Coal, and also Marq is set up on the left side. Or at least was. Now needs to reopen this well, and it's not really getting the favorable pieces for this. Should have enough time to clean up the board before 19 speeds hit. But it's also going to give Coal just more of a lead as we finish off the 18 portion of the game. 516 here for Coal, with one more Tetris available. Marq at 415. And Marq might be setting up dirty. Of course he is. But, and of course the bar is taking its time. Okay, dirty Tetris for Marq goes up to 442,000 into 19. Coal, meanwhile, with a clean board. On 19 at 544, gets a Tetris, goes up to 569. Marq set up with Marq set up with another dirty Tetris. With love and L piece, is gonna get the L. Oh, doesn't get the bar over, now needs another. Gets the J piece all the way over to the left side, but still in a lot of danger, and that bar hang is gonna take out Marq. Tops out at 480. And Coal gonna take game number 2. Moya's tapping is fascinating. I actually got to see it live. And game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ethan Thoughts, thank you for the raid. Coal has a skyscraper. It's actually a very nice shape. Needs an L piece. Now needs an LRJ. It's gonna use the long bar. And Ethan with a subscription, thank you so much. You play DAS on keyboard because of using left plus right being neutral is a distinct advantage. Well, I mean, there's a significant camp. Not me, I literally couldn't care less about this debate, but who would actually say that keyboard with DAS is quite an advantage, but I don't really understand the argument either way. Marq is actually in the lead by a Tetris, but needing to do some burning. Would love maybe 2 long bars. Alright, so currently Coal is slightly ahead, but also Marq is setting up on row 2 on the left side. And is gonna get a Tetris. So, seems to be content with keeping the swell up, but we'll be looking for opportunities for a perfect, or as perfect as it gets swell transfer. 196 here for Coal, 189 for Marq. So at the same line count, it's a 10,000 point advantage here for Coal. Coal has 2 Lombard dependencies though. Just slowly burning this down. Marq isn't really Tetris ready either, so both players needing to do some cleanup. Marq with I think that was a Tetris at 248. Coal with a clean board now at 237. Although Coal with a king bar right in the middle. And Marq has a very large square tower, which might just make him go for a center well, which is exactly what he's doing. Coal currently in a 30,000 point lead, and also with a cleaner board, as Marq is gonna need to reopen this dirty Tetris well. Oh, puts more weight on it. And I think Coal maybe had some misdrops, or I don't know what happened, but garbage now on Coal's side. Marq gets a dirty Tetris, is now only 20,000 points behind, but is also 7 lines ahead of Coal. Coal, though, now in some trouble, doesn't get the L piece all the way over, but thankfully gets a bar immediately after. Now is burn it down, so getting something over to the left side shouldn't be an issue. Actually set up for a very dirty left well Tetris and is going to get a 342 for Coal. Marq needing to do some cleanup still at 320,000. Oh, Marq with some misdrops up high. And he's going to need to survive this. But it's not going to happen. Marq tops out at 321. And he's probably tired. It's very late. I'm also tired. I'm actually also very tired. But Coal going to take game number 3. Yes. Okay, where is... How do I report? The matchup between Rhubarb and ID Kirby in the first round of the Mega Masters in 2024 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Why is Kirby's camera look so lifeless? Well, I mean, Kirby, in fairness, asked me about 30 minutes ago whether he needs his face and his hands. And depending on like table setups and everything, it can be surprisingly annoying to set up cameras for these things. It's not always possible to have it like Rhubarb. Look at Rhubarb. The angle itself also just makes him look a lot better, like a lot more powerful. Like he looks like the man in charge. He's also got those headphones. He can't, because we can't see his hair. He kind of looks like Moby, but you know. 91,000 here for Rhubarb. 72,000 for Kirby. So far, Rhubarb has established an 80,000 point lead. 183 here for Rhubarb, 104 for Kirby. Both players clean boards. Ooh, Kirby setting up a delayed Vitz. And gets away with it. And gets a Tetris. 100,000 points behind, though. Actually more like 80,000. Yeah, so far... Actually, Rhubarb has... Well... He didn't even let me jinx him. But I was gonna say he's burnt one line so far. Gonna have to burn a couple more. But, yeah, always interesting to see how a player like Rhubarb is going to handle a situation like that. Seems to be just content with taking a couple of burns. Currently at 257,000. Kirby with a pretty clean board at 219. Kirby with a nice slope. That T-piece is going to be helpful. Actually, Rhubarb's board now more and more complicated. They're taking the necessary burns, but this is going to allow Kirby to potentially take the lead, depending how quickly Rhubarb can clean this up. Kirby with a couple of Tetrises goes up to 291. Rhubarb at 270,000, so yeah. Kirby able to establish a 1 Tetris lead as a result of that digging from Rhubarb, but that is now over as Rhubarb scores a Tetris, 295 for Rhubarb. 336 for Kirby. I just noticed that we actually can't really see the level on Kirby's board. Rhubarb. There you go. Gonna work out. nicely. Have I spoken too soon? Well, it's gonna be a couple more burns, although those squares are not nice. There you go. Adjust. Oh no. Oh no. Rhubarb at 343. Kirby at 387. After a very, very strong start for Rhubarb, he's had a little bit of a suffer game, while Kirby has actually been able to turn it around. Gotten back to very good efficiency. Currently at 457. Rhubarb at 355. So yeah, it's about a 100,000 point lead now in favor of Kirby, and Rhubarb actually board not really shortening. Right, LP is gonna work out nicely. Rhubarb does have time to clean this up before 19. I mean, he is rolling, so should it get to 19, wouldn't necessarily be a death sentence. Actually, Kirby is also now in a dig, and oh, that missed drop there of the square might prove fatal, as that's all of a sudden created so much more chaos, not able to get the next square piece over, and Kirby tops out at 469. So just as Rhubarb is getting cleaned up, needs to get to 470 to take the first game. It was actually a very long streak of Tetrises with almost no burning there for Kirby to get back to what would have been a pretty decent transition at least. But then unfortunately troubles occurred. There you go. Rhubarb with that Tetris going to be able to take game number 1. Kirby actually got 2 bars in quick succession, so what could have been some troubles ahead ended up being harmless. Rhubarb with a 1 Tetris advantage so far. Oh, did not rotate that Z piece, so Rhubarb. Could use a T piece now. Actually finding himself in more danger, okay, as long as he's not gonna have any catastrophic misdrops, everything should be okay. There you go. Rhubarb 1 single away from reopening the well. And now just waiting for the bar. There you go. Tetris for Rhubarb goes up to 86,000. Kirby also at 86,000. So right now only like 800 points difference. So right now it's about a 20,000 point lead for Rhubarb. Rhubarb though needing to do a little bit of burning. In general though, oh nice, that's the Vischer thing, right? What Kirby just done. Either way, that was very nice. Currently 207,000 for Rhubarb, 183 for Kirby. Kirby a couple lines behind, so all in all, very, very even game as we're approaching the halfway point. of 18. Rhubarb gonna be able to get the Tetris. And another Tetris. You know what is utterly fascinating? And I've noticed this over this tournament, is that it's actually kind of crazy to watch tappers and see them be the ones who are limited. Because for so many years, tapping was the thing that freed you up. You could do anything with tapping. Now it's the thing that limits you. 269,000 for Kirby, 296 for Rhubarb. Who would you say is the best Tetris player? Well, according to the panel of experts, it's Fractal, who is also the person I voted for because it's glaringly obvious. But yeah, so yeah, Fractal. 343 for Rhubarb, 318 for Kirby. Tap has all the limitation and none of the charisma. I don't think Das has any charisma. I don't know what the charisma of Das would be. It's like rooting for people who never win. It's 391 here for Rhubarb, 353 for Kirby. It's like, I don't know. Like yesterday when Anthony scored, it was so ridiculous. It's such a supernatural event that the person who's so terrible actually did something good. Like, it's insane. It's actually lovely, you know? I guess there is charisma in that. Kirby. Board reopened. Has 2 more Tetrises available. Currently at 427 after that Tetris. Right now on course for a 1 Tetris advantage in favor of Rhubarb. That is assuming that both of them get these Tetrises. Rhubarb gonna burn into the transition. Currently at 446 on 19. Kirby's still holding out for the spar, but is also gonna have to burn into 19, and actually with quite a high board at 429 needs the spar now and gets it 1 piece, probably too late. I think 1 piece earlier and Kirby would have been fine. But Kirby tops out at 429 and Rhubarb gonna take game number 2. Like the TV, maybe it's just the way how everything is so like monotone. Like his shirt, his chair. But that's not not monotone, but like, what is it? Like minimalist? Rhubarb looks Apple designed. Kirby in some troubles. Oh, pulls off the necessary burns, takes a triple for some safety, and awaiting the spar. There you go. First Tetris of the game for Kirby, and followed by the second one. 58,000 for Kirby, 97,000 for Rhubarb. How come the prize pool is so high this month? I cannot speak on that because I've not given a cent to the prize pool, and why people have given so much money to it already, I don't know. You'd have to ask them, but I'd assume because it's Mega Masters. Mega Masters always... Yeah, I think every year Mega Masters has always been the new record for the highest prize pool for CTM, right? So... And the first year, you literally just put the word mega in front of the tournament, and then people donated more money. So, you know, worked out great. Fractal became rich. Now he doesn't talk to common people anymore. 213 here for Rhubarb, 151 for Kirby. But yeah, I think because it's the once-a-year big CTM tournament that's online, I'd assume that's the reason. Oh, nice adjustment there for Rhubarb. Currently in the lead by a Tetris. Both players, though, are clean. Kafka's cat, I have literally no idea. I could not tell you that. You'd have to ask somebody who's ever won in something. Currently a 60,000 point lead here for Rhubarb. Boards are clean. Kirby with a Tetris. Kirby with another Tetris. Now just behind by about 38,000. Left side for Kirby, not looking all too pretty. Actually, now the board looks great. Experiencing a drought in the seat, though, are both players. Rhubarb able to use it for a Tetris. Kirby, oh, unfortunately, covers up the well just as that bar shows up, but should be able to reopen it without too much drama. Gets the next L piece over. Takes a double with the square, takes a triple with the L. And waiting for the next bar, which of course is taking its time, but there you go. Tetris for Kirby goes up to 373. Rhubarb not as affected by these mini droughts as Kirby, has been able to establish an 80,000 point lead as a result of that. And actually Kirby, now Lombard dependency over towards the left side. Oh, doesn't get the bar over, and Kirby tops out at 396, and Rhubarb is going to take game number 3. And yeah, Rhubarb gonna take game number 3 and advances to face Coal. So far, 2 sweeps. Maybe it's the white bound. There's like no warmth on Rhubarb seat, but it's not like, but it's not blue. But there's no warmth, but it's not blue. You know what I mean? Why was Kirby's screen a little high? Just wasn't perfectly stenciled already. And I could have fixed it, but in the end I didn't. This is actually looking like a very nice transition, so you can watch Rhubarb play this out. I might actually go to the bathroom. Might be fun. Okay, Rhubarb, when I come back, I expect 2 million before level 35. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Oh no. Game number 1 of the second round between Rhubarb and Coal in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Rhubarb's been, oh wow, look at that adjustment from Coal. That was very nice. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say Rhubarb been around for a very long time, but has always been slowly but surely always improving, and is now truly on the cusp of joining the extreme elite potentially soon. A good run this month could actually go a long way. So far, both players, not many lines burnt. Both players at 101,000. Rhubarb needs a J or a Lombard. For the left side gets the J and is going to get the Tetris. There you go. Coal hitting the S spin. Rhubarb. Okay, square and a T works out nicely. Needs a J. Needs a J. Thankfully gets the J. Both players run about 150,000 so far. And both with clean boards. Not much to complain about so far. And just as I say that, Rhubarb with something completely egregious. Sets up a delayed Vitz, immediately blows up in his face. Sweet, sweet karma. Let's see how quickly he can resolve this. Needs a J piece. Or a Lombard. Lombard works out nicely. This is very awkward. I mean, it's fine. Probably won't top out or anything, but this is still a lot more of a headache than Rhubarb was probably hoping for. Set up for a dirty Tetris now. Takes a triple with a T and gets the Lombard for a Tetris. Coal also in some danger. Coal currently 14,000 points in the lead. But all this burning as a result of Rhubarb's delayed Vitz hasn't really allowed Coal to build up much of a lead, and actually Rhubarb is now Tetris ready, but of course now a drought decides to wreak some havoc. And has covered up the well. So this has been a very strange seed, to say the least. I don't know what is going on here in this game. Rhubarb can't really afford any misdrops. Oh my god, just about works out. Oh no, Coal tops out at 244. Rhubarb needs to get to 243. But who knows when the bar is going to show up. Rhubarb needs to get to 245 to take this game. Just needs to hold his nerve. Thankfully survives until the next bar, gets the Tetris, and is going to take game number 1. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I mean, to be honest, right? So we all love to feel Schadenfreude. And whenever I see any delayed Vitz and then just an immediate drought, of course that makes you happy. It's one of those, I don't know, going to the spa, watching your favorite movie, like it's just one of those comfort things, makes you very happy. But then something like that maybe goes a little bit too far. It's like drinking too much milk. Rhubarb needs a L or a lumbar. Needs to reopen this well. Okay, this time the bar not going to take any time. Yeah, steady starts here for both players. Not much to comment on. Drinking too much milk. Yeah, of course. If you, let's say you drank, I don't know, 5 quintillion liters of milk, you would probably, most likely, decease, right? So, yeah. So far, actually, efficiency basically the same between the two players. Arctic, I will pretend never to have seen seen that message. 235,000 for Rhubarb, 219 for Coal. That is mental. That is a mental thing to say. That's coming from me. Alright, currently about a 1 Tetris advantage for for Rhubarb. Rhubarb with the Lombard dependency on column 2. Nice, Coal. Gets the Tetris, goes up to 315. Rhubarb still about a Tetris ahead. Ian Keith says a disappointing lack of pushdown points in this match. Now we're gonna see which one of these people have free will, because whoever is gonna push down now, that it has been mentioned, basically proves that there's some sort of algorithm rather than a free-thinking person. So far, neither player has pushed down. I'm very proud of them both. There you go. Basically even, still. So that's why I'm waffling about ridiculous things that make no sense. Right now, okay, 100 line mark, Coal about a Tetris ahead. Rhubarb setting up on column 7, gonna get the Tetris. Rhubarb's board could use a T-piece, which is exactly what he's going to get. Nice 5 and below. Avoids building any J dependencies. Good decisions there for Rhubarb. Gets a Tetris, goes up to 524 with 4 more available before 19. Coal at 544. So yeah, after a bit of a rough sequence in game number 1. Looks like both players are going to be able to transition with decent scores. Coal was not able to get a T-piece all the way over, taking a couple of skims, so now it just needs to fill in this Lombard dependency on column 1. Otherwise, the board should be okay. But now needs to fill in the Lombard dependency before setting up for a dirty Tetris. Does Coal, but of course this is the time for a drought as no bar shows up, has now covered up both dependencies, and now a problematic board going into 19. Coal at 617 on 19. Gets the S piece all the way over. So far, doing what he needs to. Two bottom over to the right side. Needs an L piece. Needs an L piece. Gets the L piece. Just about surviving here. And Cole's going to top out at 626. Rhubarb needs to get to 628. But also in some trouble. 627 would be enough. So, looks like Rhubarb is going to be... Alright, to get that, set up for the Tetris. Actually gonna do it with that double. So Rhubarb gonna take a number 2. Right. You know what? Next time I'm not gonna speak because I think I spoke, and then immediately after, a really, really horrible trout showed up. Thanks, Scooty. That's very nice of you. Maybe I should just start saying lies. I could just start lying for no reason, but then those lies become the truth. I don't know. So far, both players have gotten 2 Tetrises. Alright, so far, not really any difference. Rhubarb maybe half a Tetris ahead. Would someone do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? Yeah, it doesn't sound like the internet. I've never heard anyone lie. Rhubarb with the setup of Doom, but was able to resolve it with 2 J pieces, but unfortunately misshifts a Z piece. So now needs a Lombard for the dependency, which he's going to be able to fill in. And yes, right now Rhubarb with actually basically even in score. Not much separating the 2 players. So yeah, really this game has been very even. It's just been pretty bad timing, but Rhubarb able to survive where Cole didn't, and currently that is the difference in the set so far. But in terms of skill shown, stacking shown, I've very much always enjoy watching both of these players. Rhubarb needs an L piece. Gets the L piece. 311 for Rhubarb, 253 for Coal. About a 2 Tetris advantage now for Rhubarb. Both players are clean. And I guess we shall see. If the P sequences decide to have some fun again. But yeah, currently Rhubarb able to maintain a 1 Tetris advantage. As we're roundabout. Did Rhubarb just check the time? What was that? Did you just see that? I swear, in like half a second, he like checked his watch and then went back to rolling immediately. Like, did you see that? Who was that guy who got like who checked his watch and then the entire community was just like, oh my god, this guy's like so elitist. Like he has no time for every. But who was that guy? Someone in like someone in Smash, I think. That's what Rhubarb just did. Can we start hating Rhubarb now? How dare he check the time? He did it all quick as well, so he thought we wouldn't notice. 547 here for Rhubarb. 511 for Coal. Was it Hungry Bucks? Actually, no, that fits. Yeah, probably was Hungry Bucks, wasn't it? That's so funny. That's how stupid people are on the internet. Or I mean, I guess just are in general. Rhubarb gonna... Oh my god. How stupid people are. How stupid I am. Coal gonna transition at 557. Rhubarb transitions at 596, so... At a 2 Tetris advantage as we go into the 19 speeds. And of course, an obligatory drought. Oh, Coal decides to film the Lombard dependency over towards the left side before taking the Tetris. And thankfully gets the bar over for the Tetris, but misdrops the next S piece. So now vulnerable, doesn't get the square piece over, and now needs something over towards the left side. Gets 1 long bar over, but needs something else over as well. Coal in a lot of danger, fighting for his life. And Coal gonna top out at 593. And Rhubarb gonna take the set 3-0. Unfortunate way there for Coal to go out. We're showing a lot of good stuff. Don't let the scores show you. Cole's actually playing very well. Or I mean, maybe not Frizz, but you could. I'll phrase it like this: you could see Coal is a very good player because some of the stuff he was doing was.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.